was super excited for our weekend at Charleston Provincial Park. I always love when a park is so close to home that I can get there before dark and set up with plenty of time to get somewhere nice to watch the sunset. All right, we got about 20 minutes left. We've been on the road for 55 minutes. This is nothing compared to a lot of the drives we do. Normally we're like, the last 2 weekends have been 2.5-hour drives. One before that was 3 hours. We've got some 6-hour, 7-hour drives coming up. Like, this is one of the closest parks to us. Murphy's Point is probably the only other one that's even closer. And it feels so much longer. Like, it feels like we've been on the road forever. And that every time I look at the clock, we're still like, we're close. We're so much closer than like any other park. And yet it feels like there's still so much more to go because I know it's close. I don't know. Closer it is, the farther it feels. And the farther it feels, it's like, oh, all of a sudden we're almost there. And I probably don't pay attention as much to the time or the map as much. And this time I seem to be paying more attention than I would if we were in a car. Maybe that's why. I don't know, but In this park, the dog beach is where we ended up right away, as it is Beau's favorite spot, and it's a pretty spot to watch the sun go down. I was also excited because we were supposed to be able to see the northern lights that night as well, but I was greatly disappointed as it was too cloudy at the park and I was not able to see any of the vibrant and stunning colors. It didn't really affect me until the morning when I started seeing everyone's posts and pictures of the lights that had been visible at home. I set out on our first hike of the day in a bad mood. Missing out on the phenomenon made where I was seem dismal and boring. But as I explored the caves and cliffs of the Sandstone Island Trail, I was reminded that I get to see a lot of cool things too. Should I have sat around at home waiting for interesting things to come to me? I have always wanted to see the Northern Lights, but I also always had it in my head that I'd have to go somewhere to see them anyways. Sitting around and waiting means I would have had to miss out on all the amazing experiences I've had the blessing to enjoy when I get to go out and explore. Leaving home means I'm going to miss out on things that happen at home. But staying home means I'm going to miss out on what's happening out in the rest of the world. Either way, I am going to miss out on something. But both going and staying have much to experience in their own rights. I no longer think about traveling in terms of should I stay or should I go, but I aim to enjoy and be present wherever I am. Our weekend at Charleston could have been a huge disappointment. With the cloudy skies and, well, the view of the pit toilets from our site, still have issues picking good sites, but I altered my view, and I ended up having a wonderful time exploring and resting in one of our favorite parks. On the way home, I was listening to a podcast that was talking about Indian food a lot, so we stopped at Country Fresh Fast Food in Merrickville and got us some delicious chicken korma for lunch. I was going to eat it by the water, but there was a threat of rain and picnic tables weren't set up yet, and the town was really busy and parking was so minimal. So we headed home and ate it there while Beau played fetch in the yard.